I salute everybody who is watching Geeko Tree TV. As usual, we are kicking start our teaching series, whose theme, my role in family, where everybody wonders his or her role in a good family or the conflicts can arise therein. So we are going to see or to talk about another topic after most of other topics we have seen, where we learned from some other families' life. We have seen some history of such children like Jephthah and a girl who was cast out in the open field by her own begotten mother. So I think for them who we were together, most of the things which were going badly have already been changed into the good way. So the topic for today is the brave. The brave. Here, you can ask me, or you can wonder why I take this topic, the brave. According to what we have seen, I think it can be understandable that we have also to know how to behave, or the quality we have to have so as to face such great things in the way or in the journey of changing the lives of our families from worst to better. So without delaying here, let I go ahead with this series, so you will be understanding the reason why I take this theme, and it will strengthen you in order to achieve the goal you have to bring unity, peace, and joy everywhere you can be, everywhere you are, especially at your homes. The brave is everyone who can be strong in the face of fear, being stronger in the hard battle, facing what is dangerous. The brave is everyone who can be strong in the face of fear. That's first. Being stronger in the hard battle, facing what is dangerous, makes someone being the brave. Here, you can ask me why I am going to share with you what about braveness. In this life, most of the time it happens that we are asked to be brave so as to live or to reach our goals, because everywhere that we are, we reach, there are setbacks that should hold us backwards or even to kill us. The reason why you have to be the brave is that in this life, most of the time it happens that we are asked to be the brave so as to live, so as to survive, or to reach our goals, because everywhere that we are, that we reach, there are setbacks that should hold us backwards or even to kill us. It's the reason why you have to be the brave. Everyone has his or her own way to live, own struggle, own race, as they are unique. Everybody, every single head has his or her own way to live, battle, own race to finish, as they are unique. Everybody, everyone has his or her uniqueness. It means that the problems we can face are differently according to the uniqueness we are. The solutions we can find out according to the problems we face also are different from every single head, as we are unique. That uniqueness is that which requests to you to be brave in order that you might overcome whatever can cause you to be fearful, anguished, disunited, and so on. This your uniqueness is that can cause someone to be the brave. So in order that you might overcome whatever can cause you to be fearful, anguished, disunited, and so on. Thus, allow me to have a look a family of Sarah and Abraham of the Bible, and then we learn from the journey of their home life that we might bring unity, peace, and joy at our homes. It is the great role that we have to play therein. Ladies and gentlemen, brother and sisters, our parent, allow me to have a look a family of Sarah and Abraham, former parents. Let's learn from the life of their family so as to take a lesson which can help us to improve the lives at our homes. We can take a lesson which can also make us able to play the great role so as our family have unity or be unified, peaceful, and joyful. The right of the book of Genesis from chapter 12 up to 25, he tells us the story of Abraham and Sarah his wife from his birthday, where he was born, how he had commissioned his father's gods, his marriage, the way or the journey from Ur of Chaldeans to Haran, the death of Abraham's father, the calling of God upon his life or upon him, how he accepted the calling and how he departed the Haran with his brother's son named Lot, the battle which they fight against Sodomite, Gomorrahs, Seboimites, and so on. According to the story which was written into the book of Genesis from it's chapter 12 up to 25, the writer tells us about how Sarah and Abraham came from the Ur of Chaldeans to Haran, how Abraham commercialized his father's gods, and how his father had died, how they struggled or they battled with Sodomites, Gomorrahs, Seboimites, and so on, and how God have changed Abraham's and Sarah's names, how they become poor and went to Egypt, how the king of Gerar was about to marry Sarah for Abraham, and Sarah might live all there, how they were chased out from there in Egypt, and how they were enriched with cattle and other wealth, including Hagar as their servant. There in those chapters of that book, what I came from reading, it's about their story, their way, their journey from their native land to where God sent them in order to unleash them, to split them, to allow, and to split them, so as what God wanted to them come true. The writer goes ahead telling us in his book that they had the great problem of not having birthed to any child, as Sarah was barren. The writer goes ahead with telling us the great problem that family had. They went everywhere they went without having birthed to any child because Sarah was barren. The right time had come, and they had birthed to their firstborn Isaac when Abraham was 100 years old and Sarah was in her 90s years old. During these hard times, Sarah forced her husband to impregnate her servant Hagar, for they might have a child. He did it, and after 12 years, that child was born. Sarah forced again her husband to chase out Hagar and Ishmael her son. Abraham had chased out them as Sarah had said. The writer continues telling us that Sarah had died and Abraham got married to Keturah and bare other children, and he inherited Isaac, and he gifted his 6 children, and thereafter he died on 175 years old, and Sarah had died on 127 years old. The writer is telling us that the right time come, and Sarah had birthed to Isaac as God had told them. After 12 years, Ishmael was born. Sarah also forced her husband to chase out Ishmael and her mother Hagar, and Abraham, because of the reason which we cannot know, or whatever reasons we can imagine ourselves so as to analyze, to recognize what we can use in our days so as to improve the lives of our families, is that Abraham agreed with her wife without any complaint, and he had chased out his first born and his mother Hagar, according to the request of Sarah, his wife. After 175 years, Abraham had died, and after 125 years old, Sarah also had passed away. Through this story, I would wish you to learn from them what can help you to keep your homes from disunion, conflicts, poverty, and so on, in order to bring peace, unity, joy therein. What made me to share with you this story is that I would wish you to learn from them so as to keep your home from disunion, the poverty, the conflicts, as Abraham did and Sarah in the journey of waiting for a child, as God has promised them to give them an offspring. It's the same as to us also, to have something done in order to fight for unity, peace, and joy everywhere you can be, especially at our homes. Abraham did not. The first lesson we can take from Abraham as a man who had two wives and different children from different mothers, is that Abraham did not chase out his wife because she was barren, and everywhere they wanted to go, they had gone together, and through that test, nobody among them had accused the other. The first lesson: even if Sarah was barren, spent many years without having birth to any child, Abraham did not chase out her because of that problem, even if it was so hard to bear it or to understand. Everywhere they wanted to go, they went together. They sleep at the same place, and during that hardship, that test, nobody has accused the other. The lesson we can take from Sarah is that Sarah is the first wife that accepted to share a husband with other women, particularly that whom she had known and lived together. Other lesson from Sarah: even if she battled with being barren, even if she battled with being barren, poverty, and the other struggles, those which their family faced, she also became the first wife who denied to raise a child of her husband. Even if Sarah battled with being barren, spending many years married but not having birth to any children. She is the first wife who denied to raise a child of her husband. Abraham is the husband who was responsible for his family, that he could do everything possible for his family's sake. Abraham was very responsible man, responsible husband, that he could do everything possible for his family's sake, for well-being of his family. He could do everything possible, but he could he could manage both wives, servant. The test of leaving no child, he had accepted to wait until what he was told come true, as he waited Isaac and saw him, but he could not resist the request of his wife Sarah of to cast out his servant wife, mother of his firstborn. Even if Abraham have the ability to wait for what God has told him, being with a barren wife, being with two wives, servant, the only problem he had, or the weakness he had, is that he didn't resist the request of his wife of to chase out his wife, his son, mother of his firstborn, to chase them out. He couldn't resist because the chasing out all of them. In a few words, them who are mighty can become weak by time. Let me repeat again. In a few words, them who are mighty can become weak by time. Them who are weak today, they can be strong tomorrow. Them who are barren today, they can bear tomorrow. Them who are poor today, tomorrow the history can change. Them who are underestimated today, tomorrow respect can come their way. Therefore, Abraham and his wife Sarah are the great example because of what they had faced that had required them to be brave so as to overcome those what caused them to be fear of to die without having birthed to any child, to be hopeless of getting peace and joy because of where their life passed through. Truthfully, among us, there are some who are facing the same issues as Abraham and Sarah. If braveness drives your life, undoubtedly you shall be reunited, peaceful, and joyful, because what God had planned upon your life will delay, but it will not be misdirected or disappear. So it is up to us to be the brave so as to be able to fight for unity, peace, and joy everywhere that we can be or lead, especially at our homes. In short words, braveness, or to be the brave, it is a state of facing what is fearful, or what can cause you to be fear. In this life, we face most of the things which can weaken us, or we can be weakened by those setbacks, like poverty, ignorance, lack of what to do, or jobless, and being barren in such way. Most of the reasons which can weaken us, but for overcoming them, we have to be the brave, or to have strong emotions, strong brain, so as to fight for our dignity, so as to fight for our esteem. In this world, no one else can do it for us except we become the brave and struggle, so as to get what we need in this life. So Abraham and Sarah are the good example, are the good lesson, because they spent many years going without having birth to any child, where the story, or their history told us that Abraham was 100 years old and Sarah was into her 90s. It means that they were grown more enough, but they waited what they had been told by God, that they have to beget a child, and it came to